welcome to the Niff podcast here on YouTube. My name's Jen and I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? How was Christmas? Did you have a good time? Hope so. It's been a bit of a blur. I burnt myself out with knitting and everything else, but yeah, I haven't seen you for a bit because I got so overwhelmed with all my Christmas knits, and I appreciate that in September I was all gung-ho and Christmas knitting, and I was prepped and I was smug and I was all these things. Anyway, completely bit me on the bum. I did it, but I completely lost my knitting mojo. I even had a moment this week where I thought, do I even want to knit anymore? Is this even for me anymore? Do I enjoy it anymore? And with that, I didn't record. I just completely fell in love. No, I was not in love. I fell out of love with everything. Yarn, knitting, podcast. I was flat. Luckily, I've had a little bit of a bounce back, so we're all good. We're back, and I have a few things to show you today that I've started since the new year, and I'm starting fresh. I'm going to talk about one thing from 2023. I'm not going to rehash all the things I made in 2023 video. That's not going to happen. I'm kind of over it, and you've already seen it. So yeah, I'm starting fresh, clean slate, new start. I mean, to be honest, I hate all that new year, new me bullshit. I don't buy it. But I am taking this opportunity for a clean slate. I've had an absolute wobble with knitting and it's creeping back now, so that's the story. So first thing I'm going to talk about is my Santa baby sweater. It's been a while and there's a story to tell. So I set myself the target of finishing it for the 1st of December, not necessarily decorating it, but have all the knitting done, ends woven in, off the needles done. So 1st of November, did I say 1st of November? 1st of December, and I hit that target, really chuffed. And then I blocked it. I'm not really one for blocking, to be honest. Unpopular opinion over here, but oh god, I'm so rusty. It scares me because I spent all this time and effort getting my garment to specific measurements and lengths, and then I put it in water and it can all change. That doesn't sit well with me. Anyway, I did the process, I did the right thing, I blocked it. First of all, it stinks. The smell of this wet wool, no, don't like it. So I have invested in some Eucalan. I've got the jasmine flavour and the grapefruit flavour, and so I'm going to give those a go. But yeah, here it is. In a waterproof Ziploc bag with tumble sheets until the spring, and then I'm going to re-block it because it was taking forever to dry and it was stinking the house out. I couldn't bear it. I almost got to the point where I put it in the bin. It was that bad. I just had enough. It hadn't worked out. I don't know, maybe this was kind of the beginning of my little meltdown. But I mean, it's done. It's in here. It's done. Dusted. Enough ends are woven in that once it is blocked and dried, they just need snipping. So I'm waiting for spring and hoping that using some heavily scented wool wash and the fact that it won't take over a week to dry will do the trick. Otherwise, I am binning it. I'm not even going to frog it. I'm full on binning it, and we'll decide whether I start again. I'm just over it. I'm so angry. My other half literally had to tell me to just take a minute, take a breath, don't throw it away, because it would have been gone. It would have been gone with all the Christmas wrapping paper in the bin. See you never. Done. So yeah, a bit disappointing. So I didn't wear my Santa baby this Christmas. I didn't decorate my Santa baby this Christmas. There's always this Christmas, now that we're in 2024, but really sad. Really sad. But it is what it is. And I've learnt the lesson. Don't block it. I'm probably not going to block anything ever again. I know that, you know, in theory it makes the yarn bloom and cables and stuff and lace and things come to life. I don't know if I'm willing to risk it, because this can happen. It just does not dry. It will not dry. And then what? It ends up in a Ziploc bag for 4 months. I know deep down I'm going to have to start it again. So anyway, that's another reason why I'm moving on. Another lesson I've learnt over the past couple of months is I'm not gift knitting again. I think I'm going to be a selfish knitter. Forget everyone else, because it's so stressful. I didn't really enjoy it, and not everybody's grateful for the time, effort and item that they receive, and that doesn't feel good. None of that feels good. I burnt myself out completely, so I'm not willing to do that again. There are maybe 2 people in this world that I will gift knit for at Christmas again. Everyone else, see ya, not happening. So there we go. They're my rants. They're my Christmas rants. I did get everything done, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. Final note on Christmas, after having said I don't want to talk about it anymore, this is completely separate. This is a Christmas present that I got. Look at this yarn ball. How adorable is this? Also, excuse my nails, I'm getting them done tomorrow. So I'm so happy with this. So cute. And I've wanted a yarn ball for ages, so that was a present from Dan, so I was chuffed to little mint balls with that. Very happy. Oh, actually, I said I wasn't going to talk Christmas. So last time I saw you, I was going through my whips and I was making Dan the Majorna hat. I'm probably absolutely butchering it. It's probably more likely pronounced Majorna because it's nice and sophisticated. Yeah, I should have gone with my instincts. Nothing wrong with the pattern. The pattern's great. It was all me. And as I was knitting it, I thought, this isn't quite what I wanted. Anyway, finished it, wrapped it, gave it to Dan. And it wasn't quite right. I didn't like the way it looked just holding it, and I didn't like the way it looked when he wore it. So I'm knitting him another hat. Same yarn. I'm using Cascade 220, but I'm using heather grey, and I'll explain what I'm doing in a sec. The colourways are heather grey and forest green. I used forest green on the original hat and he really liked it. And even though he does like orange and green together, he was like, if you make me another hat, could I have it green? What did I say, orange and green? Can I have green and grey? So at least he's getting what he wants. And he said, what I really like about the hat is the plain brim and then a ribbed body. So that's what I'm going to do. So at the moment I'm working on the brim, which is just plain stockinette, and I'm going to fold it over so it's going to be a double thick brim. So it'll be folded over like this once it's a bit longer, and then drawn all around. Then add in the green. I'm just going to do a 2x2 rib all the way. I'm not going to follow a specific pattern. I'm just going to wing it and go for it. So another lesson learned for me. Trust my instincts. I knew as I was knitting it, I didn't like it. And I'm not sure what it was I didn't like. But I was right. But at that point, I was so stressed out with everybody's gift knits and all the long list of things I had to do. I couldn't turn back. It was too late. I was too far in. I just had to plow on through and carry on. But yeah, shouldn't have done it. So that's that. Working on that. And then the last thing I've cast on so far in January is, and I hope everybody will be super happy about this, because my golden kiwi Cascade 220 is back on the needles. Yes! So I originally cast this on, I think, May last year, and I spoke about it in episode 1, and I absolutely fell in love with this colour. I mean, look at it, gorgeous, and knew exactly what I wanted. I've got a fitted jacket that I adore, had it for years and years and years, favourite thing in my wardrobe. So I wanted to make something in the same colour, but probably a cardigan, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm so excited. And then I had a bit of a disaster with it last year. It didn't quite work out. I've completely finished it and it was massive. Hated it. Knew I wasn't going to wear it. Frocked it. With the intention of casting it on in January, because, like, how is this not going to cheer you up when it's dark and dank and you got the January blues and you're burnt out from Christmas? So I did it. So I've cast it on. I'm doing pretty well on the old progress. Unfortunately, I wasn't planning on filming today, but I just had the urge, so I thought, okay, just do it, because otherwise I'll change my mind. I'm in the middle of a row. But basically, this is going to be a cardiganze. Looks tiny, doesn't it? But I've still got it on little needles. And it's going to be a basic cardigan, and I'm popping a cable down the sleeve. And I am also particularly inspired by the Copenhagen cardigan by Petite Knit, in the fact that I am doing the button band as I go. See, there we go. So yeah, with each row I'm also doing the button band at the same time. Because if you know, you know, your girl hates picking up stitches. I don't want to do it. If there's an easy route, I'm taking it. And this is an easy route. So I'm still on my first ball, and I've got, well, I don't know, it really doesn't help that I am partway through a row. But yeah, I'm on the raglan increases. There we go, that's a better view. And I've still got this much left, so I don't think I'm going to get through all of the yarn that I bought. I think I bought 6 or maybe 6, surely not 7. Yeah, 6 skeins. And when I made the one last year, as you can tell, I had at least one uncaked. So this one's definitely not going to take as much yarn, which means I have leftover scrumptious golden kiwi left over, so I need to think of something else to make in it because I just can't get enough. I am knitting on 5mm needles. I have my confetti stoppers on them at the moment. These are available on my Etsy shop, which is Niff Knits. These are the 15mm ones, and I'm soon to get some 12mm ones, slightly smaller. They do still fit on smaller needles. I still put these on my sock projects on my 2.5 needles, and they fit fine. But just in case like chunky things aren't your thing, there will be some smaller ones coming soon. So that's exciting. But yeah, happy bunny. Hopefully this will work out. I'm not following a pattern. When do I ever? I'm just winging it. Yeah, it'll be fine because I know what I did last time. I know it's too big. I think I've got my stitch count better this time, and I've got a better gauge as well, because before, when I made it, it was really solid, really dense. As I've said before, I am great at knitting armour that doesn't move, but this has got a bit more movement to it, so I'm optimistic about this one. I'm a lot more optimistic about everything at the moment, which is good, because I haven't been, as you can tell from what I've told you already. But that is kind of it for now. Bit of a whirlwind January roundup. I didn't know if I was ever gonna be back, so hopefully, like I say, fresh start, try again. And I also hope to see you a little bit more frequently going forward, because I think sometimes as well, like doing once a month catch-ups, I kind of get out of the swing of things and then I don't want to do it. So I'm going to see how I go, but equally I don't want to put any pressure on myself. Again, big lesson learned. Putting pressure on myself with my knitting is not good. I just don't enjoy it. And what's the point in a hobby if you don't enjoy it and it becomes a bit of a chore? It's not a hobby anymore. And I don't want to feel like that again. I was really scared. I thought, what am I going to do if I don't knit? Who am I? What am I going to do with my time? What am I going to, like, it just completely baffled me and totally freaked me out. So I'm happy that I'm back in the swing of things and that I have learned some hard lessons along the way. But it was great to see you again. Hopefully see you again soon. Take care.